Meta's up over 25% January 2025 compared to the rest of its Mag 7 peers. This is astonishing. Meta announced that it will be pivoting into AI humanoids. I just have a question. What happened to Metaverse? What's going on with the Metaverse? I've been checking out YouTube, man. I came across a couple videos. Let's see if it can help me figure out just what the fuck is going on. This guy right here, I came across this page. He seems kind of cool. So let's hear what he got to say.
Anthropic. We'll do the Anthropic one first. It's real quick. Strong rumors. The information dropped it yesterday that Claude 4 is coming within the next couple of weeks. And it's interesting specifically because Claude 4 is supposed to be both a reasoning model and a non-reasoning model. And what I mean by that is it's sort of like what Sam Altman described ChatGPT-5 as being when he tweeted about it yesterday, where he said it would just magically know, it would magically pick the right things to do with the query you gave it. That's what Claude is apparently going to do. It's going to magically decide whether to reason or not to reason, depending on the use case. Obviously, this is huge news because Claude has been so important with development. And so if Claude can suddenly decide when to reason really intelligently about coding problems, that's a super interesting breakthrough to keep an eye on. Also, Anthropic is rumored to be releasing a continuous slide in their API so that developers have fine-grained control of a reasoning effort when they request Claude 4. We will see how much, if any, of this is true when it releases, but I think that the fact that Anthropic is out with that helps us understand why Sam decided to go public with his roadmap when he did. Yes, probably responding to DeepSeek, but knowing the rivalry between Anthropic and OpenAI, it's also a bit of a pregame for the Claude 4 release so that everyone knows that ChatGPT is also working on something that both chooses. First, they're building robots. I was a little surprised. Zuck is definitely in founder mode. I don't know where he's going to go with his VR, AR, metaverse stuff. Zuck indicated at the last earnings call that he gave a hint that he's thinking about sort of discontinuing investment there. And if he winds that back a little bit, it's possible he uses the cash from that to help fund the robot play. But apparently it's going to be a big play. Like they're going to manufacture their own humanoid robot hardware. They're going to have it do household chores. They want to understand AI sensors and software so that you can actually like provide software to other companies that'll also manufacture hardware. To me, that reads like an everything but the kitchen sink strategy. Pardon my
making a humanoid
that robot would actually be in my kitchen sink doing the dishes. And the idea that the company that makes Facebook is doing my dishes is just very weird. But that's apparently a play that Zuck is working on. And I think it underlines how big this opportunity feels to CEOs in the AI space. If the social media company is getting into making the robots, the robot thing is a big trend for the next 5 years. So we'll see.
Social media company making Roombas. I'm gonna let that sink in for a little bit.
How far this goes, and I want to especially watch the timing of this leak. These things often leak for a reason because they want to get ahead of something else. And you'll notice that there's an Apple event scheduled for next week that no one really knows what it is. And so I do wonder if Meta is trying to get a jump on Apple by leaking this now. Second thing from Meta is they figured out how to use AI to decode language and essentially give people a non-invasive scan so that they could have their thoughts recorded directly to text. Now, you've seen various versions of this in sci-fi movies. We've had scientific studies.
Is this not Neuralink?
The difference here is they're using an artificial...
Wait, is that not Neuralink? Neuralink does this, right? Elon's company? No?
Intelligence model, and they're getting to real-time latency with 80% accuracy. And that is a big step forward. I'll put the paper on that in the YouTube description as well. So that's some of the news we've got. Kind of a mixed bag. I don't know how I feel about.
Yo, um, so if Zuck is in founders mode, if he's in founders mode, if founder if founders mode means we spend a lot of cash on investments and ideas that never see the day of light, oh yeah, he's definitely in founders mode. Before I continue, I don't want to make it seem like I've just been overall bearish on so many great companies. I actually was very, very bullish on Meta, even when it sold off due to more TikTok news. I literally was going hand over fist on buying calls when it fell below the 600 level. I seen the 620 ahead of earnings. I like the stock. I like that it is a number one social media company. Instagram, WhatsApp, its new app Threads, Facebook. I like the well-rounded company. But when I see the company starting to pivot in so many directions and hasn't yet turned a profit on billions billions of dollars it had put into these ideas, you have to start asking yourself, is this stock that broke above this super, super uh resistant level of 700 post ER? We could give it 714. We can give it that. But we're seeing this stock full on bullish breakout on AI humanoids, AI robotics, a social media company. What happened to Metaverse? It changed its name because of a very, very appealing at the time, might I add, idea of how strong Zuck felt about Metaverse. 36 billion since 2021. 100 billion on smart Ray-Ban glasses that retail for $299. It was said that 1 million units were moved last year, 2024. That means if each unit is retails for $299 and 1 million has been sold in a year, it would take 333 years just to break even on the investment, 100 billion. No one seems to be thinking about this, and that's only if there is no other competition in the smart glass space. And again, I want to mention, I had mentioned this before. Meta just recycled Ray-Ban and Google's 2014 smart glasses. That is it. We seen what happened with that. They funneled it. They dumped it. I cannot see a great outcome when I see a founder let's call them that, founders mode, is more so about spending it seems endless amount of dollars on these ideas that never see the day of light. We are looking at the same thing on Tesla. Let's get back to it. 65 billion on GPUs. 65 billion on GPUs. The data center that is supposed to be half of Manhattan, how much is that going to cost to build? You got to think about that. Meta plans to spend 65 billion on AI humanoid robots. Think about this for a second. Only 38 billion is spent on research and development. You're spending less on the research and development to make sure these things come to light. It makes no sense. But the stock is loving it. The stock market is loving it. Is eating it all up. Is eating it up. This is unhealthy. This is a very unhealthy move. This is why, again, I am short the stock. It's going to come down to reality. Once reality hits, it's going to go all the way back where TikTok ban was first mentioned, where it first took advantage, where the stock first took advantage of the TikTok ban. I see a lot of great companies that are being milked. They are being milked from the teats. They are being milked. Yo, man, you just been educated by UI Musa. Catch up quick. I holla.